This is Teri with Adorable Decor, and I was getting ready to work on a planner for our front porch. I thought I'm going to go ahead and share it. I was going to go live anyway later today, but I thought let's go ahead and work on this together. I'm not sure really where we're going to go with it. Sorry, I got a hair hanging right down in the front of my face, but I'm not really sure where I'm going to go with it. I've got a hodgepodge of greenery and some florals and such, and we're going to get it started. So, hey Valerie, how are you? Let me get over here and make sure I can see everybody's comments. And as you come in, be sure you let me know you're there. Let me know how you're doing today. They say a happy Friday, right? But anyway, I've got this. It's just an old bucket that I've had on our front porch, and I've got a bunch of different things there, and I'll show you everything when it's finished. But I've got like a bench, and then this sets kind of at the bottom, and I just need to get just a little pop of color there. And I started out, I was going to just do a greenery arrangement in here, but I went back outside and looked at the porch. I thought I need some color down there, so that's what we're going to do. So, how is everybody today? I don't know if you can notice, but I'm just a little bit raspy. That's another reason I decided to go live earlier than later. I think that little baby got me sick again, and I've got to talk to his mom, see how he's been. But as you guys know, a couple of months ago, I lost my voice for like a week, and I'm starting to feel kind of froggy again. So, hey Leah, hey Barbara, thank you for being here this morning. How are you? And hey Becky, good morning. I'm happy to see you too. Yeah, I hope, like I said, this is going to be real casual. I'm just going to warn you. I said I'm really not sure what I'm going to do with it, and I kind of know what I have in mind, but anyway, we're gonna get started here. And there's Christy. Thank you for being here, LT and Connie. Thank you. So, so what are you guys doing today? Let me know in the comments. This does have a front and a back. On the back, it's got this big seam that runs down the back. So I'm going to be sure to try to keep it, forward facing. And I'll see if I can't get it as good as I can so you guys can see it. I want it to be kind of tall. I want it to be about to here. And like I said, I just grabbed a hodgepodge of greenery. I bet I've probably got 10 bushes here. I want some to kind of drape over the front. If you've heard me talk before, our porch is kind of dark, and most of my greenery is kind of darkish, so I don't know. We'll see what we're going to do with it. And a lot of it is scraps, you guys. You can see I've stolen off of this, but I thought it would be really good to bring some height in here. So let me kind of get a map. I'm going to turn it toward me here a second. Kind of get a map going here. What I want to do. So if any of you guys use artificial flowers in your home decor, I didn't until a few years ago, and I tell you, I still use real flowers too. I mean, I just love fresh flowers, but anyway, it's a lot to keep up with the watering, and then if you're going out of town, especially if you're going by yourself, you got to trust your husband to water them. My husband usually waits until the day before I'm supposed to come back, and then he puts the water on them. But it's been a real lifesaver for me. I'm just trying out different greeneries here and see what I want to do. I'm for sure I want to put this back here in the back corner. So let's go ahead and do that. You guys, here's a tip. This thing's huge. It's, let me see here. It's about 12 inches wide, and I'm going to guess probably 9 inches tall or so. It's real heavy. It's an old antique bucket, and I don't want to ruin it. I want it to keep its, the patina and such, but to fill this with floral foam would be pretty expensive. I did not want to use gaps and cracks because, like I said, I want something that I'm not going to actually tear up the original container. So I tell you, up until about here, it's filled with trash. It's filled with, I had some old water softener bags that I dumped out the water softener down here, and there's about 3 bags down here, plastic bags, and I just stuffed it really tight so that there's not going to be a lot of give up here, because I don't want my foam to fly out, right? And I don't think it will. I had to really wedge it down in here, but I've got the floral foam down in there, and then I just put a little bit of moss around the edges. But yeah, if you've got a huge container like this, don't fill it completely full of foam. Sometimes if I've got a lighter weight container and it's kind of tallish, and I'm afraid it might be a little top heavy, I'll actually put some stones. Dollar Tree has those bags of stones that you can get for, like, I guess it's $1.25 now. But anyway, you can pick those up and put those in the bottom, and glue them if they're going to rattle around. But then pack it tight with something else, and then just put the floral foam on the top. Really, it's a lifesaver. So, gosh, you guys, thank you for all the follows. Oh, Leah, you got to go to work again. You're working all the time, aren't you? I'm sorry about that. Hey, Jana, thank you for being here. So anyway, let's go ahead. I'm going to put this here in the back. And this side's going to be up against the bench. So I kind of want to draw the eye up over that way. So I'm going to bring this in here. Actually, I may need to cut this stem down. We'll try it. Nope, it's going to go in well. So I probably ought to take the tag off though, shouldn't I? So what's everybody doing today? Are you just kind of hanging out, or are you doing anything fun? Are you working? Put that off. Then I'm going to put it a little bit more full. I've got some other just assortments here. Some tallish grasses. You can tell they're all I've stolen from all of these, pretty much. Actually, you know what? I'm going to just think this is actually the same thing. If not, it's pretty close. Can't hardly see. Playing in the garden. That sounds fun. That's what I'm going to do after I get done with all my working. I've got one more order pack, I think, and maybe two of them. And then I'm going to work outside on my porch. But I was determined I was going to get it finished this weekend. All right, I'm going to turn it toward me a little bit. I think I need a little bit more full. You want to be sure to have some that kind of drapes over the edge like this, kind of break the side of the container. Let's put a little bit of curl on these too, though. All right, and then this one's going to go over this way. And again, I'm going to curl this up. Hey, Debbie, thank you for being here. Good morning. Hey Sharon, how are you today? Okay, now I have that one, this one kind of fill in, kind of come in the middle here. Do I want to go back to the back? No, I want to go right here. So I didn't see anybody answer. Does anybody else use artificial flowers in their green or in their outside decor? Oh, Becky, you're practicing wreath making, watching a lot of wreath making videos. You're hooked. Good deal. Good deal. It is addictive. It is addictive, and just watch and watch all kinds of people. You'll pick up a little bit of here and a little bit of there, and then you'll develop your own style. That's the way to do it. Okay, let me see. If I have one more of these, I'd like to bring a little bit more in the back, but I don't. Oh yeah, I got just a little bit. The same thing. Give it a little curl and spread it out. I didn't notice how empty it was back there in the back, so I'm going to put something back there. Hey, Stacy. I just pulled one of these off. I just got to stick it back in here. Got a little aggressive. And make it kind of fluff it out just like you would a Christmas tree. Get everything kind of looking more natural. All right, and we're going to go. Did I mess up? You know what? I thought it just had a seam in the back, but it's got a seam in the front also. Okay. I'm losing my mind, guys. Probably thought I was being nuts, right? Might be partially right. All right, I just want to bring some more fullness right in here. Because people will be walking by the side to go to the front door, so I don't want it to be naked back there. So, okay, so that's enough of that. Now, next thing I want to put in, I've got these. You guys, I've been hanging on to these. Do you guys do this? I've been hanging on to these all season. I had some of them last year, these clematis. Aren't they pretty? I don't know if I got a good, some of them are kind of squashed, but aren't they pretty? They're so realistic. They got all kinds of movement to them. I've been hanging on to them all year. Oh, thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Thank you so much. Anyway, I hang on to stuff because I don't want to use it because I like it really well, and if I use it, then I won't have it. Do you guys do that? I do that all the time, and then it's like I have it next year too. Barbara says she loves the greens. Are any from Hobby Lobby? Yes, the very first one is. This is from Hobby Lobby, and they have a real similar one like this one. Almost identical. In fact, I thought that was what it was, but it looked like the tag came from a wholesaler. I've had it for a really long time, but they've got one that's real similar to this. But this one is from Hobby Lobby. But anyway, I want to use these for sure. The front porch has pinks and yellows and lavenders, and it extends on down to, we've got some landscaping done there, and so I wanted to bring in a little bit more of the purplish color. I already have a lot of pink there, so I don't want to put any more pink, but I didn't want this purple to get lost in that greenery, so I brought some yellow to kind of set that off just a little bit. I think that'll help with the greenery, with the greenery background. So I'm going to put these in there. They're not going to be as tall as this. I'm going to cut these down because they'll be in the front. But yeah, I just like how much movement they have. I'm not real keen on the greenery. It has this foam greenery, so I'll cut off what I can of that. So let me see where I'm going to cut them. One down there. I'm just cutting them where they're easy. Hey, Vicki. Thank you. Thank you for following. I really appreciate that. And you guys, I feel like my head is like a pumpkin this today. My eyes were all swollen. If you're just joining in, I've got a cold. I'm going to blame on my grandson. Wasn't his fault, but you know how when you are first, a new parent and your kids bring home all these germs, and then eventually you get to where you don't catch everything. Well, and same thing happens when you work at the hospital. I remember when I was a brand new nurse, I was sick all the time. But eventually you get your immune system built up to where, you don't get sick that often. Well, since I've been out of the hospital for, 3 years now, I guess it's been, I feel like I'm getting sick all the time again. So I got to get my immune system built back up. All right, I'm just cutting off these they look real fake. Can you see them? Just look real fake. I just don't like them. I guess most people will be looking at this from a distance, so they probably won't notice that, but I do. I see it. So I don't like them. So, hey, Maureen. How are you from Southern California? Thank you for being here. What's the weather like out there in Southern California? We are hot the last couple of days, but it's nice. I love hot. I love hot weather. Okay, I thought I had more than these. I guess not. Unless I dropped them. Nope. So anyway, there's my clematis. Let's go ahead and start putting those in. And again, it's got a front and a back. This is the back right here. Trying to keep backed up so you guys can see. And I want just a cluster of it, a big, if you spread it out, it's not going to have as big of a punch of color. So that's what I want, is a big punch. Like right here in the front. I think I'm going to have to spread them out. Not put them all at once. I'm going to take a couple of them at a time. We'll put them at different levels. Some of them will be shorter, some of them will be taller. This one I'm kind of leaning out here a little bit. Okay, so that's the start of them. It's 10 degrees. Rachel, where are you? Oh, thank you, Rachel. Thank you so much. 10 degrees. Where are you at, Rachel? Oh, my goodness. Is your audio fuzzy? Cloudy, overcast, and cool. I wouldn't have thought that, Maureen. Is anybody else's audio fuzzy? I don't know why that's about. Oh, thank you. Thank you. All right, let's get a taller one in. I wanted a real tall one. That will do with what we have here. I'm just going to keep on clustering them right here. Try and get them all different directions and different levels, just like it'd be in nature. I think I'm going to separate these guys. Let's put that one back a little bit. Yeah. That's what we got going so far. Yours is fuzzy. Let me see here what I can do about that. I'm trying to think what that would be from. How about now? Does that make it any better? Hey, Beck. Happy Friday to you. Good morning. Thank you for being here. Does that make it any better? Yours is clear, Cheryl? Let me see what I can do here. I'm not an audio person, unfortunately. Let me think here. Does that help any? Let me try that. Hey, Anthony, I didn't see you there. Hey, Pauletta. All right, how about now? I'm echoing. Okay. I tell you what, let me try this. See if that doesn't help. That's better? Oh, thank you, Mary. Thank you. Rachel's good? Okay, good. I'll try it there. Fingers crossed. I don't know. Okay, everybody says it's better. I don't know. I don't know what I did, but okay, thank you. Okay, let's keep going. I know it seems like every time they do an update, then something, it undoes something somewhere. Let's go. I'm trying to get a little bit more color right in there. I wish I had just a few more of these, but I don't. I got to do the best I can with what I got. I've got one more. So that's what we've got so far. Let me see where I want to put this guy. So I'm going to bring him in a little closer together. me stand back a second. All right, I'll put it right here. He's going to just point out right from the middle here. And I'm going to bring this guy a little closer. Okay. I might do some rearranging here when I get the others in, but that's what we're going to go with right now. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Anthony and Becky. Thank you. Hey, Kathy. Okay. Yeah, and you guys just got to tell us, you know, when you're live, you can't have something else going at the same time, so you don't know what you sound like. So I appreciate you letting me know. I just wish I was better at fixing it. Okay, so now I've got these little, I don't know if they're buttercups, little buttercups. And I brought those in just to bring a pop of color in behind. It's going to highlight this here. Plus, if you look there in the center of these guys, that one's not very good. If you look in the center of these guys, they have the yellow in it. Plus we have yellow. Like I said, I've got yellow in the rest of my landscaping too. So, let's separate these out. And these are about like the other. They have the wiring that they don't let you really shape them too much. Kind of like where they're going to be is where they're going to be. So let me see if I can get them kind of fluffed out a little bit here. I'm going to try to put them in just like a cluster if I can. Again, so I can get that pop of color. Yeah, there's not much bend. I brought 2 bundles up here. No, I've got 3. Okay. I'm going to say 2 might not be enough. Now let me cut these down just a bit. See how tall I want these. I'm not going to cut them down too much. Just kind of spread them out. I'm going to just put them down just as one unit if I can. Okay, I like that. We're getting there. Okay, I'm going to take this other bunch and do about the same thing. Buttercups. I don't know. These look like I think you could almost use these for fall too. Kind of almost have like a brownish tint to them, but you know, like I said, I'm making this for my front porch. I have some daisies that would have been a lot better, I think, but they're kind of pricey, so I don't want to put them out on my porch. I want to save them for designs, so for designs that I sell. So anyway, okay, I like that. Let me cut this down just a little bit again. You guys, somebody was asking me the other day, where do you find your containers? Because if you're shopped online, I mean, they can be pretty pricey, but you know, don't limit yourself to floral design places or craft stores, anything like that. I find a lot of stuff like at you know, Lowe's, Rural King, TSC, TSC is Tractor Supply Company. If, in case you don't know, I said that where was I? I was on the East Coast somewhere. I can't remember. I pulled over for a cup of coffee, and I was just went to see if they had one locally. I said TSC, and they didn't know what that was. But that's what we call it here in Indiana, is TSC, is Tractor Supply Company. Goodwill is a great place to find containers. Where else? I look every place I go, guys. Everywhere I go. Okay, so here's a little bit more of the yellow. So we're getting there. I'm going to back up so you guys can see a little better. That's what we've got so far. And I want a little bit of the yellow kind of spilling over just a little bit. Maybe over this way. And I'm not going to use this whole other bush. I'm just going to take a couple of pieces out of it. Do it that way. And these I'm going to cut up. I'm going to cut these pretty short because I want, like I said, I want them kind of falling over the edge up here. But yeah, just look all over the place. And even when I'm in the grocery store, I'm looking. You'd be surprised what you can find. We have a little, it's like a, I don't know if it's even, you can't really call it vintage because there's all kinds of stuff here, but we've got a craft, or a mall that, like a craft and booth, or craft and antique mall, I guess you could call it. They kind of have a hodgepodge of everything, but I go down through there every now and then, and I found some really cute, I'll show you, I found these really cute, I still got it down here because I like it. Found this really cute little container just strolling through that mall the other day. I found 2 of them. I grabbed them both. Get that out of the way there. But yeah, containers can really get pricey. That one's a little bit too far out there. The flea markets, yep, Becky, that's right. Yeah, just everywhere you go. I would say probably estate sales too. To be honest, I've never been to one of those, but I've seen some of the stuff that they have there, and you can imagine that that would be good. Be a good place. Make sure everybody's being seen here. Everybody's got their own space. Okay. All right, so that's what we've got so far. Okay. All right, now I think that's good for the florals. Now I'm going to finish it up with some greenery. That's all for the florals right now anyway. So, anybody have any questions? Oh, thank you, Barbara. Oh, your daughter's a manager for TSC. So you get to have the inside scoop, Maureen. Hey, Mercy, how are you? Good morning. Hey, Tammy, thank you for being here. All right, so let's go ahead and, gotta wipe my nose here, sorry. Let's start putting in some more greenery. Let me see what I want to put in here. Like I said, I grabbed a lot. I've got all kinds of different colors. Got all kinds of different colors, all kinds of different shapes. I feel like I need something short now. Let me see what I got. I'm just trying everything on here. I kind of like that. It has a little bit of variegated leaf. I'm not sure where I got this. Let me just see. No, I don't have a tag on it. Let me see if the other one does. Oh, this one, that's a Liberty Floral. That's a wholesaler. Can't remember if I didn't. I know I didn't buy it from them. I'm not sure where I got it. But let's fluff this guy out. I want him just kind of spilling over the edge. So like I said, this will be the side that, you know, is closest to our front door. So I want something kind of spilling over the edge over here. So let's get it all fluffed out here. Hey, Elizabeth. Oh, your husband has a booth at a flea market? That's cool. That's a job, though, too, Leah. That's a job in itself. I used to have a booth at this place that I was telling you about, but I just got so busy where I just didn't have time to keep it up like you need to. I mean, if you got a booth like that, you need to be in there every day if you could. I mean, if it's realistic for you. Let's see. I'm fluffing that all out. Not even paying attention what I'm doing. All right, I'm going to bring this in here toward the center, and then I'll shape it a little better. And I'm just going to insert the whole thing by itself. One fell swoop. Okay. Just going to let it drop over the side here. Some of the leaves are going to be coming up, just like in nature. I just try to think of how things grow naturally. And some of these leaves that are a little bit crinkled up and folded, I'll have to go back and either steam or iron those. Oh, now behave. And let it kind of intermingle with this other stuff here, just like it would naturally. I need just a little bit more of it. Maybe not if I pull it forward a little bit. I'll give it a good bend here try not to pull it back out. There we go. Just so it kind of spills. Okay. All right. That's what we've got so far. You can see that. I know it's tall. I don't know if I can back you guys up so you can see a little better. And I've got a little bit more of this. I might add some more up here to the front also. But I'm going to look and see what else I have first. Let's see this. Got this eucalyptus also. It's pretty similar in color to this, so I don't think I want that there. Got this, so I'll bring in a little bit more of the yellow. Nope, not yet. And then I have this that I was kind of wanting to put to the front here. This kind of a lime green. again, trying to showcase these purple flowers up here. So let me trim a little bit of this. It's way too big right as is, so let me get some of these cut down. So if you guys are just joining in, let me know, do you also use artificial florals or greenery in your outside decor? Let me know. I don't want to cut that. Got fuzzies. I'm keeping this short. Some of these guys are short, so that's what I'm trying to separate out. Put these off to the side for right now. And then again, I want these kind of falling over the edge here, right in front. And make them look natural. Right in here. And again, I'm going to try to insert this whole stem. Just like that. Don't want it to crowd my flowers. Everybody's got to have their own space. Okay, so that's what it looks like now. We'll add just a little bit more of this, the longer pieces. And I've got one of my clematis that's completely hidden, so I'm going to have to rehome that one. I'm going to put a pick on this so he's a little bit taller. Him coming right out here. There. There we go. Okay. All right, so that's kind of draping over the edge there, if you can see it. Okay, now let's address over here. I got this hole over here. I'm pretty happy with how that looks for right now. We might do something different here and there, but oh, Leah, yeah, that is an art, being able to sell like that. It really is. Oh, thank you, Becky. Thank you guys for following. I appreciate it. Thank you, Christina. Okay, so like I said, we've got this hole right here. Now let's address that. Looking to see what other greens I've got here. I don't want to put any more ivy. I've got this. That might look good. It's pretty close in color right here, but texture's a lot different. Is that, we got some berries. And then let me look at that one thing one more time here. This. This is not out of the realm of possibility either. It kind of brings that lime green over here. I might do that. I kind of fluff it and see what I think here. I'm going to put this just to have it kind of spilling over the edge here, I think, on this side. Or do I want to put it higher? No, I think I'm going to put it over the edge here. It's right in here. Let me get the tag off of it. Oh, thank you. Thank you, guys. Okay, now. Okay, so let's bring that over here. Bring some of that yellow over to this side, plus some of the lime green. It brings it over up here. Brought some of it a little bit taller. Still have this hole right here. And that's kind of, I keep on going back to this thing. This is I think it's an elm, if I remember right. No, seeding eucalyptus. It's big leaves. You can see that. I think I am. Well, but we got berries right beside it. Let me see here. I'm looking to see what else I have over here in my stash. I still want to go with this. Even though we have berries right next to it, my other options are just not as good. I've got a couple more ivy bushes. I've got another grass, but I think I've got enough height already. I want something a little bit shorter. That other eucalyptus, I wasn't real keen on it. I'm going to cut this down into short pieces. We'll go with that. What do you guys think? You think I'll be all right? Thank you guys for all the follows. I really appreciate it. Trying to make this into 2 pieces here, each stem. I don't need a whole lot of it. This hole's not very big. And for some reason, you know, my designs that I used, or that I make to sell, I don't know, I don't like this bush to use. The leaves are large, but it works perfectly for something outside, like this. One more piece here. Cut into 2. So does anybody have any fun things they're going to do this weekend? I think we're going to try to lay low. We were pretty busy last weekend with the grandson. Okay, now I'm just going to put these just right in a cluster right over here. Just right over here, right in the front. In that little hole there, if you can see. Looks like I've got a little bit of a hole back there in the back too, I'll have to look at. I could probably put another one of these back there. That's what we've got so far. So just filling in that hole. Okay, I think that's enough right there. And I'm just going to bring these other couple of pieces I've got, I'm going to bring it back here in that hole in the back. Whoops, I just dropped that right in the glue. One whole leaf. Let's just pull that off. Just dunked it right in there. Anyway, let's see. Be careful here. But I've got that hole right there. I'm just going to put these right in there. Kind of squash that ivy over. Or it looks like begonia leaves, maybe. I don't know what those others, the darker leaves are. I need just a little bit more of that. I usually don't like these great big leaves, but they're working in this instance because it's filling a lot of space with just a few stems. And I'll turn it around. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing right now. Okay, I'm just going to stand back and look here a second. All right, I've got just a little bit of space right below, like right there in the middle. I'm going to put just a little bit more of that ivy right there. Just a little piece, if I have a short piece. I don't, so we'll cut it. Okay. All right, I think we're done. I think we're done. That's what it looks like. think it'll serve the purpose. Like I said, it's going to go right beside a bench that we have that sits on our front porch. So, and I'll look at it, you know, I'll look at it every day and make changes as I need to. But I just try to make it look as natural as I can. So, oh, thank you, Barbara. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Hey, Priscilla. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Linda. Where am I located? I am in Indiana, Terre Haute, Indiana. Thank you, Leah. Oh, thank you, Pauletta. Thank you. Thank you, Becky. Everybody, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So, hang on just a second. Like I said, I've got a cold. I've got to wipe my nose real quick here. We're kind of dripping. Okay. And I did want to let you guys know, too, I have been talking about something new coming to, you know, my business. And yesterday, I added the ability on all my social channels to subscribe. So what that means is you're going to get special videos. You know, if you haven't had a in-depth tutorial, they're different than what you see here on live, you know, the free live versions. Whenever I do a tutorial, it's very in-depth, step-by-step, why I do what I do, and, you know, where things are, why I put where different things, where they're going, and that. So you can understand and start developing your own style. But anyway, all the subscriptions will include in-depth tutorials, and then some other perks, depending on what level you want to do. But you might look at it. I know on, you know, there's a subscribe button on all the social channels. And if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. You sign up, you don't like it, you can stop at any time. But if you wouldn't mind just to take a peek at it, see if it's something you're interested in. I will be glad to have you. So, okay. All right. Thank you, Anthony. Hey, Verlene. How are you? How are you? Okay. All right. Well, that's all I have for you today. And thank you, Kathy. And like I said, if you have any questions about subscribing, let me know. I'll be happy to answer as best I can. And have a great weekend. Stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye-bye.